What is the difference between weather and climate? Weather is the short-term condition of the atmosphere in a given location. The key here is that we are talking about the short term. Weather describes what's happening right here, right now. Here are some examples of statements that describe the weather. It's raining outside. That's describing the weather because it's explaining what's happening right here, right now. It's freezing. That's the weather. The wind is really blowing. That's the weather. Such a foggy night. That's the weather. Finally, it's hot today. That also describes the weather. Keep in mind, the weather can be anything on any given day, and while we do see patterns in which we will talk about shortly, weather can fluctuate greatly. For examples, in January, in New York City, it's generally cold. But on any given day in January, we could have 78 or 80 degree Fahrenheit weather in New York. It would be strange, but that's the weather. It's a snapshot of what's happening right here, right now. Climate. On the other hand, climate is long-term average condition of the atmosphere for a location. The key here is that climate is long-term. It's a snapshot of what we expect to see in a location based on many years of data that has been accumulated and studied and averaged out. So, it gives you a picture of what to expect for a particular location. Though, it's important to keep in mind that the day-to-day weather could be just about anything. Here are some examples of statements that describe the climate of a particular area. It's hot and humid in the Amazon. That's an example of climate. It's not always hot and humid in Amazon, but on average, that's what we expect to see there. Or if we were to say the South Pole is extremely cold and dry, generally that's true, but certainly there are days where it's not true. The Sahara is arid. Yes, the Sahara Desert is generally very arid and dry, but it does rain there from time to time. New York City gets cold in winter again. That's true, but we could have a warm day in January in New York. Finally, India experiences monsoon season in July. What that means is it usually is very wet and rainy in July in India? But that doesn't mean every minute of every day in July will always be wet. So, to sum up, weather is what's happening outside right here, right now, while climate is what usually happens here during this time of the year.